Everyone. Excuse me. Here we are in Nite Team 4. And give me a second. Making sure all my stuff's set up right. Alright, here we are in Nite Team 4. This is a puzzle hacking game that I enjoy. It's just a kind of interim thing we're going to be doing until Callisto Protocol comes out, and we'll be starting that next week. But it's good to see everyone. Network Intelligence and Technical Evaluation Team 4. I did look this up, by the way. This is not like a sequel. This isn't the fourth game in a series. I guess it's just Team 4. We're part of Team 4. But we'll get started. We're going to be playing incognito mode just because we don't want to deal with user accounts and stuff like that. Plus, I did a little scouting ahead, and the user account thing seems to be a bit bugged for starting out in the game, so we're going to be playing in incognito mode.
Welcome, Agent.
Aw, thank you. So here we are. So immediately the first thing I see here is the fact that this looks a lot like a gamified Kali Linux, which is a real-life penetration testing and quote-unquote hacking Linux distribution. But I won't bore you with all that sorts of stuff. We're going to get right into it.
Welcome to Boot Camp Recruit. I'm Sergeant Wheeler, and I'm here to teach you all you'll need to know to become an elite member of our cyber warfare unit. Your recruitment officer told me you've got a decent head on your shoulders, and I'm here to find out whether or not that's an accurate assessment. I sure hope you don't disappoint. We only take the best at Nite Team 4. NITE stands for Network Intrusion and Technical Evaluation. Your task is to identify, infiltrate, and gather intelligence from computer systems used by enemies of the Black Watchmen. Governments are short on time and
Are we
resources,
the Black Watchmen?
so it's up to us to take action.
I guess.
We address imminent global threats that can't wait for bureaucracy. Because we're a covert organization operating outside the rules of engagement that govern our allies, intelligence agencies around the world seek our help. Before we cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war, you have some training to do. Ready for the challenge? Then let's lock in.
What an introduction. We're apparently a covert team that doesn't operate within like ROE according to. Okay, so we're Black Ops. We are Redacted Incorporated.
Select the Stinger OS Basic certification in the panel on your left. That will bring up an information screen on your right. Then click Access Certification to begin training. Good luck, recruit.
All right.
The Stinger operating system is our own cyber warfare and network intrusion platform. It's a beautiful piece of software, built by combining the most advanced open-source hacking modules from civilian and military sources. If you've experienced any penetration testing platforms like Kali or Metasploit, you'll recognize similarities. Zoning out already? Okay, I know most of you have the attention span of a goldfish when it comes to basic training, but mastering this intrusion platform is key to becoming a lethal cyber warfare agent in the field. Ready to get started? Let's familiarize ourselves with the Stinger OS menu. If this takes more than 5 minutes, I'll fire our user interface team. Only kidding, it'll be easier to fire you. Less paperwork. Each certification is broken up into 3 stages, and your objective will automatically update as we progress. Click Initiate Phase 1 on your left panel, and I'll pass you over to one of our agents to take it from here. Dylan's trained many of our recruits, so you're in good hands.
I do like that we have our little real-life references thing here. And it's got the important stuff like the Kali penetration test platform, the Metasploit framework, which are very present in penetration testing. But they also have a link to just what's a goldfish attention span, which is just funny. So we're gonna hit phase 1.
Com check 1127. Hey, this is Agent Dylan. I'll be your wingman during training. Word of advice. It's always the know-it-alls who make the biggest mistakes. We can't afford mistakes, so keep a level head. As Wheeler explained, you're starting basic and building up from there. Go to the information gathering menu on your left and launch the fingerprint module. Drag the window around a bit and complete the test by typing the command help. Easy, right?
All right. I do know there's an option that I want to turn off, and it is... Okay, it's already off. Because you'll notice that my little AI buddy, Faye, is going to announce when we enter into modules. And with this option on, she does it every time we open it. I learned that when I was poking around earlier. So here's Faye.
Information gathering module initiated.
There she is. And it sounds really cool. But I imagine it wouldn't be really cool if I'm having to, like, open and reopen this. So you want us just to drag the window around? Oh, we have a multi-desktop setup here. I always forget to use those in real life, so I doubt I'll remember to use it in this game. And we gotta type help. Training completed. We are so good at video games.
Excellent! You can listen and follow basic orders. That's not as common as you'd imagine. The Stinger OS lets you access resources from
Hello,
other
Draconic.
divisions
Yes,
within
it
the
was
Black
very
Watch.
GG easy.
Division 40 is in charge of IMINS, the Imagery Intelligence section, and MASINS, the Measurement and Signature Intelligence. They provide you with satellite feeds and drone coverage during operations. You can access these services at the bottom of your screen. Division 40 is the fourth icon from the left. Click it and enter the following coordinates: 38 latitude, minus 77 longitude. Once you activate the satellite, click the back to globe link to end your task.
Right. So I guess we just have...
Drone and imagery
We have
intelligence
just...
active.
That is true, Draconic. That is very true. So here we are. Apparently we just have advanced drone and satellite imagery. I don't know if you saw the briefing, Draconic, but apparently we're like a covert Black Ops team that operates outside the... We're like a hacker group here that works for the government, kind of. I don't understand.
Nice! Before completing the certification, I want you to check out your agent profile. It's at the top left of your Stinger OS. Change your avatar and return here to finish this certification.
Alright, we gotta change our avatar. Oh, okay. These look almost like a little bit like real life stuff, I know. A little bit. Oh, I already have that one equipped. We'll use this one. Excellent. Exactly, Draconic. That's all we need. But we're hacking, and we have advanced drone technology, and a custom-built OS built around Kali and Metasploit. I don't know if you know what Kali and Metasploit are, but I work in this field. So, I'm probably just gonna over-explain things, and you guys can tell me when to shut the hell up. Certification completed. Basic OSINT, open source intelligence, is what that means.
I'm impressed. Agent Dylan seems
My
keen to
hacker
train you.
nickname,
Must
I
see
have
some potential.
absolutely
All right,
no
you've completed
idea.
your first certification. You have another 29 left. You don't need to do it all, but if you are curious, you're welcome to dive in. Not all certifications are about command lines and typing text. Our work also involves other forms of investigation like digital forensics or signal intelligence. We'll learn them soon enough, but you have to master the command line first. It's a standard weapon.
Okay, you're
and
kind of
it's out-
boring. I'm just trying to get into the hacky parts.
Man, I love this part. It's fun to see what you newbies are made of and separate the wheat from the chaff. Right. Domain
I have no idea what my
management.
hacker nickname
You'll
is,
need the
Draconic,
DNS
but I
and
imagine
vHost
I have
mapping
to
module,
incorporate
which
leet
you'll
speak
find in the
into it, because
information
all of them
gathering
seem to have that, you know what I mean?
The first
Like at
command you
least
gotta
one
learn
letter
is the
replaced by a
S-fuzzer.
number.
S-fuzzer launches a good old-fashioned dictionary attack against the domain name.
S-fuzzer? Yeah, that's a real thing.
Common subdomains used on
Kind
the
of.
net. If you S-fuzz a domain name like NiteTeam4.com, the dictionary will first try the obvious www before moving on to other subdomains like mail, FTP, or extranet.niteteam4.com. Each time a domain name answers positively to an S-fuzzer request, it will show as active. Since that's all automated, you just need to decide how long to run the dictionary attack. The longer you run it, the more words it tries, and the more potential access points you gain. Remember, the attack always starts with the most common words. 10 to 20 seconds is a good enough benchmark for easy targets. Well, what are you waiting for? You're the one who needs to get certified, not me. Open that DNS and vHost module and launch a 10-second dictionary attack on the domain name NiteTeam4.com. If you get stuck, Follow the instructions on the terminal.
All right. So we're doing what's called DNS recon.
Information
Your DNS or your domain name server is the thing that when you type, say, www.twitch.tv/United Braincell, your DNS is what translates those people words into an IP address for the computers to understand and know where to shoot you. What we're doing here is a DNS recon, which when you do that, using some sort of, it's called sfuzzer in here. Looks like we do it like this. Oh, I forgot the .com part. So your primary domain is the niteteam4.com. Any subdomains would be all of the stuff that comes before, like www. That's a subdomain of the primary domain. Hivemind. That's a fun... Okay. So we've learned some basic DNS reconnaissance.
Another way of finding domain names is through a search engine's database, like Google, Yahoo, Bing, and the likes. Ask Jeeves isn't as useful anymore. Sometimes a search engine
Learning, yeah,
index
it's
a
really
private
fun.
subdomain because of an oversight, leaked reference, or careless third party. We're here to take advantage of that mistake. I want you to use the OSINTSCAN command on niteteam4.com and specify a database to look through. To look through Google database, you will type -s google.com. To ask for the first 500 results in the search engine, you simply add -d 500. So, your final command will be OSINTSCAN -s google.com -d 500. If you get stuck, the instruction should help.
All right. At my work, we just call that OSINT instead of OSINT, but it stands for Open Source Intelligence, and it's literally just exactly how you described it. Oh, okay, I can tab complete that. You basically ask your program to go on Google and just spam the domain, in this case, Nite Team 4, and it works just much like an sfuzzer. So an sfuzzer uses, like, known... And sfuzzer uses, like, common subdomains like www test server, but using an OSINT scan, you can find other things that are less common, but it's a little less reliable depending.
Excellent work! You know what you have now? The expertise to quickly identify potential entry points in an enemy network. You have the keys to their house. Of course, once you're inside the house, you'll need a new strategy. There's one last trick to the OSINTSCAN command. Sometimes, a server can host multiple domains. Though one domain could be protected, another could be vulnerable. IP addresses are unique numbers that identify internet servers, and if you search by IP, you'll find all domains and subdomains present on that server. This doesn't just locate entry points. It helps discover links between organizations, like a supplier or a sister company that shares the same server. Right, let's finish up. Execute an OSINTSCAN on our IP address, 98.124.199.93.
All right, easy peasy. This is just telling me that you're probably not going to retain this info. And I don't mean that as an insult to you. It's a lot of information that is absolutely useless to you unless you plan to pursue this stuff in real life. So you're fine to just brain dump it. Just treat me like one of those, like, YouTube videos you put on about, like, a documentary about some ship that sank in 1842 that you'll never remember again, but you might remember a couple of fun facts about it. Or maybe you can use what you learn here to make fun of movies for getting hacking wrong. So here we are. It was 124.199.93, and you have to use Bing. That makes sense. Bing can search by IP addresses. Fun fact: in real life, Google cannot. And I wonder if this is actually, like, these are actual websites. Exactly, you can remember a fun thing to make you sound smart at parties. There we go. We've learned how to do some DNS reconnaissance. Advanced OSIT, okay.
You're almost there. Only a few.
Time to play around with the tools you've learned. I've set up various subdomains on niteteam4.com, and I want you to test out different S-Fuzzer dictionary attacks.
Okay, he wants us to see running that dictionary attack he mentioned earlier, the S-Fuzzer. But he wants us to see the difference between shorter attacks and longer attacks, and it makes sense. They're in various situations. You can... Sorry, I was just reading the instructions up there to see how long they wanted me to do it. In various situations, using a shorter or longer attack can be beneficial. It depends on very much on the situation. It seems like in this case, it's just the pros and cons are: con, you wait longer; pro, you see more. Easy peasy. I'm gonna skip this and just explain it so we can keep things moving. He wants us to see the difference between an S-Fuzzer 15 second and a 500 deep, as he puts it, OSINT scan. So we're gonna do again S-Fuzzer Nite Team 4 time 15 seconds. Allow that to run for 15 seconds. Here you can see we got www, we got HiveMind, test, and server. Okay, and then we'll do an OSINT scan, the same thing, called google.com, and get 500. What did I do wrong? I forgot to tell it actually like what to search for. I'm stupid. There we go. There we go. And we have our differences here. So it's all server, but it also sees code in Apache. It seems like the OSINT scan runs faster in this than...
Excellent! Time for a little test. I've hidden the subdomain forums.niteteam4.com.
Alright, find that. I wonder, like, how far does it let you go? So if I do niteteam4.com as google.com, can I do like 1,000? I can do 1,000, and it got me the server. Okay. Cool, we got that certification. Easy peasy. Next we're doing fingerprint.
Look how far
Oh,
you've
fingerprint
come.
might be what I think it is.
Time to learn more about our target. Fingerprint commands are pretty straightforward. To scan the www subdomain,
Hacker!
type
Yeah, we're hacking, boys.
www.niteteam4.
Okay, so fingerprinting a network is actually... It's called a lot of different things in a lot of different things. It's hard to explain, like, all the different names for it. But essentially, let's get it started here. What it'll do is it will scan all of the ports that are open on a subdomain. It looks like there's only one port being used by the Apache service, and it tells us the version is up to date, which that will become important later, I imagine.
As you can.
Can't have the public face of organization be vulnerable to attack. Yeah. We're doing another fingerprint on test.niteteam4.com. So again, it's going to scan through all of the ports. Ports are basically, like, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's imagine it as a gate that is either open or closed in your network. And all of these gates are used by all of these different services. I think the reason it's telling us the version is up to date is because the number one way to keep your system secure is to make sure all of your software is up to date, especially software that touches your network, touches the internet. Because if it's out of like, the most common reason for software to update is to patch vulnerabilities. And if a version is out of date, there's probably a way to get in there.
You'll now realize it's possible for a domain name to have multiple ports.
Yep. Access to a vulnerable technology. Okay, so if we fingerprint server.niteteam4.com. Yeah, opening a port in your firewall is usually a good way, like, if it's an internet issue. It's just because it's trying to poke its way through. Think of it this way. Think of it as two cities. Your city has a bunch of different roads, but they all lead directly to another city. If your video game is, say, a supply wagon, that wagon is trying to go to a city, but it can't if the gate in your city is closed. It can't even leave your computer. And that's the best way to explain that. I'm sure there's, like, better analogies I could use, but I'm not very smart. Exploit
With information
database.
on your target's domain.
Let's start with a normal attack vector. Pull up your DNS and vhost mapping and fingerprint.
Alright, so we have to find something vulnerable on freekevin.net. So we'll do an OSINT scan on freekevin.net. We'll use google.com and tell it to go 1,000. Because it seems like 1,000 is considered a lot, but it doesn't actually seem to take all that long. Like about 10 seconds, it seems. And here we have all of these. Funnily enough, in my experience, it's the hardest to get an intranet updated. Exactly. We open the gate for the game, close the gate for everyone else. An intranet is basically a closed network. It doesn't touch the internet. Yeah, and it looks like this intranet has a vulnerable technology. Like I said, people tend to not keep those as maintained because they think people don't know where to find them.
Well done.
Okay. So we're gonna go over here. Exploit database. Okay, this is like the Metasploit framework.
Initiated.
Oh, cool. SharePoint 2007. So it's exactly what I thought it would be. It tells you if this is vulnerable, this is how you attack it. A major hack. What happened? I do wonder if it'll give me a time crunch later as well. What happened in that major hack? I'm very, like, did someone, like, get to the student records or something like that? Or some kind of financial thing?
Awesome.
It keeps kicking me back here. Okay, it wants us to search exploit CRM 4.0. There we go. Ransomware makes sense, actually. Oh, I've leveled up. Very cool. Fox acid. So let's use this Fox acid. Okay, Fox acid is a real life thing. I bet it's going to be really dumbed down for this. Fox acid is not something I have access to. It's a, like, military grade hacking software. Like, it's powerful and it's very dangerous, which is why it's not accessible to the public.
Well, recruit. Looks.
You're almost done. You know.
Find a vulnerable technology on cyberdynegroup.net. We'll do another OSINT scan. Cyberdynegroup.net, google.com. Yeah, ransomware is pretty bad. I've actually played around with ransomware. Like, I keep a VM, a virtual machine where I play with malware, basically. I call them my pet viruses. And I just play with viruses and see what they do and see if there's ways around them. It's a fun thing. It's something I do for fun. I know I'm weird. Yeah, Foss acid is crazy. It's something you can Google. I would recommend doing some research into it if you have any interest in it. But Foss acid is crazy. So we found a couple things here. I have a feeling they're going to be the mobile site. Mobile sites are usually really poorly done. Especially if they use JavaScript. Oh, I was wrong. Let's try their VPN. It's weird that their VPN can be found just out in the open. You can usually request Google to, like, not list things. Alright, looks like we do have a vulnerable thing on the VPN. Yeah, you have to be really careful with it. A VM, a virtual machine, is what it sounds like. It's basically you trick some software into thinking it's a physical computer, and if it thinks it's a computer, so will the virus, and then you can just shut down. Like, that computer can't touch your computer at all. You kind of operate it like you ever see in movies how they like do things with those like gloves built into a glass wall. It's basically doing that, but with another computer. I'd recommend it if you ever want to try other operating systems or things like that, or if you want to do what I do and keep pet viruses. And I've got a kill switch set up for it, where I just have to press a keybind on my keyboard and it deletes the whole thing. Yeah, some cyber gloves. What a thing to say. Okay, now it's telling us to... We found an exploit for Cisco VPN client.
This is it.
So I'm actually going to open these because I'm curious. Yeah, Foss acid is something the NSA uses. A real thing, and it's really creepy. After Midnight is a very fun thing. After Midnight is, in real life, an old malware that basically just gave you full access to someone's computer. So...
Fox acid server connection initiated.
So... It looks like... This is just funny to think, like, I wish it was this easy in real life. Like... I don't wish it was this easy to hack things in real life. I should say. That would make my job a lot harder. But it's just funny. So it wants us to use UDP. These are all real services that your computer uses, TCP IP. I won't give a full class, but just know that this is pretty believable so far in its delivery. Content spoofing, a real thing. It's exactly what it sounds like. You trick the service into thinking that what you're sending is not malware, but another thing. And we're going to be uploading the After Midnight malware. Yeah, I do wish I could find it this easy. Oh, looks like we can just do it like that. Excellent. And we just click a button, and then we're hacking in. Hacking accomplished.
Successful.
Turbine C2. Turbine C2 is a
Connection completed.
VPN / virtual machine service that used to be used by the government.
To whom it may concern, it is with great pleasure that I, Sergeant Catherine Wheeler, recommend Agent 7491 for the rank of Security Analyst Level 1.
Cool. Let's learn. We can go into the main story now, but I'd like to see how these
Welcome
other
to
tools
advanced
work.
What?
Okay, so looks like what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be... Oh god, there's a lot of things here.
Connection completed.
Oh, I don't know. Connect to the FTP 19.4. Can I delete these? Like, I guess I shouldn't delete them. FTP 19.4.com. Cool. We're connected. I do like that there's a lot of research that went into this. So we said they're doing the network intrusion, and we're doing a password attack.
Password attack and intrusion module initiated.
Okay. FTP.niteteam4.com. And we're using D Voorhees.
Target acquired.
Okay, yeah, so these are, I imagine, LinkedIn, Gmail, Hotmail, eHarmony, and social media are like, the government has backdoors in all your social media. The government probably knows your passwords, just so you know in real life. John the Ripper and Rock You are real, they're basically dictionaries of known passwords, like very common passwords. So let's do John the Ripper. It wants us to use John the Ripper anyway.
Attack launched.
So it's just gonna sit here. I don't know if it'll take the whole time, or if it's just gonna see if anything goes into it.
Password successfully compromised.
Add to case file. Okay. That's helpful. We got his password. It was Jason. And that's the importance of keeping a complex password.
Awesome! You found my super secret password. Looks like I'll have to
Okay. So we want to go into our file browser while connected to the thing that we're connected to. Connect to his IP of 192.168.1.5. And it was D Voorhees and Jason. Connect. Whoa. Cool stuff. Personal stuff off limit. Boring finance reports. Not porn. Made you look .txt. Okay. Academy training. I guess it wanted me to download this.
Gaining access to a target's network.
So it wants us to upload that Bank of China thing. It was 192.168.1.5. Actually, it said I could just...
Network disconnected.
That's nice. There we go. And it just wants us to upload this into his root directory. Oh. Usually a / means root, but I guess it wants us to put it in FTP root. No? Oh. This is his home directory. This isn't his root directory. So that's something it did get wrong. What did I just download? Oh, I just re-downloaded the Bank of China savings account. Cool! I've learned how to plant evidence. XT score. Okay. XT score is another real thing. And it's really scary. It's basically a thing where it's used by the NSA. And they can basically just type your name in and type in another thing and look at all of the connections they have in a database on you. So XT score.
Score forensics initiated.
It wants us to put Dylan Voorhees and 19.4 IDs and records. It's terrifying. It's really scary. We'll add this to the case file. Sure, we have his agent thing. NSA XT store. I would recommend looking that up one
That's
day
neat. Hard to
if you want to see how scary that can be. Discover a link that connects Dylan and Wheeler together. Okay, we'll put all 3 of these in here and just... We got Agent Wheeler's profile. And this thing that puts Dylan under Agent Wheeler's command. That makes sense.
Great job! I've reset your entities and...
So we'll reset this. So we have a list of suspects and their connection to the Black Watchman. Nite Team 4 as well, why not? Oh, we already got that, okay. So we'll put this away. Gregory Letsky, let's see what you got. A mission report. John Taylor, what do you got? Another mission report. New entities unlocked. Quachil Utaus. Let's take out 19.4 because it seems to be redundant. And put Quachil Utaus in here. Find a connection between all 3. Sigil mission report. Take out Black Watchman, put in Sigil? You're so right. It's very scary. Like, just what an idiot could do. It was Letsky, I think? No, it was John Taylor. Right. Mobile forensic.
Great work.
Let's start by investigating a new employee at cyberdynegroup.net. We stole...
Okay, so join Cyberdyne group. I think it's under agent control. Cyberdyne group.
Connection completed.
Oh, I didn't connect it. I didn't like start training. Cyberdyne. So we'll disconnect just so it can reconnect for the tutorial to register that. Find a document that can compromise... Wait, 1 second. snet.cyberdynegroup.net. I do wonder if they'll make other pop culture references as well. Oh, okay, so there's no vulnerabilities. We have a phone backdoor. Okay.
Network intrusion module initiated.
Cool. Datadyne. Okay. So, God's 6A, 7D, 69, hehe, 64, 51, 56. No, 67, 56. And the vendor is LG. We'll start the intrusion. There is a house. One enters it blind and comes out seeing. I've heard this riddle. Is it school? Yeah, it's school. I remember this. I remember this riddle. Okay, so her password is school. It is school. Okay. So we're going to go into file browser here. snet.cyberdynegroup.net. S. Brewster. School. What an insecure password. To upload this malware to AzureNet, so that's what we're doing. Done. And disconnect from the network.
Network disconnected.
That can be true. That can be true, Draconic. Network intrusion. Social engineering. Social engineering is the #1 easiest way to get into idiot network, period.
Social engineering.
And I guess this is going to be like phishing emails. Yes, it is. Okay. Spear phishing attack vector. Okay. I imagine we gotta build an email. It says to use the email crawler. Use the domain name niteteam4.com. We found an email database. Okay.
You can also
Social engineering. People are the #1 weak point in most projects forever in infinity. Draconic. Just period. So let's just use a dictionary pattern for the Black Watchman. I read fast.
Now that you know how to build a good email database.
Okay. So we're going to do more social engineering. We're going to do a spear phishing attack vector. Build an email database. We'll use the dictionary pattern since it has Sunshade Corp. I was looking on LinkedIn for their names, looking for how they format their thing. It says we're going to do a Microsoft Word file RTF buffer overflow. Okay, whatever that means. I actually don't know what that means in real life. Reverse shell VPN. That just means a VPN that lets me hack into your computer. It says do a sales report. Email subject. We'll do sales report Q4 2022. James Howlett. Do you understand that reference, Draconic? James Howlett? Yes. So it's launching our attack. James Howlett is Wolverine, like Wolverine from Marvel. His actual real name, not Logan. It was his name before he lost his memory and took on the name Logan. Got Leon's computer.
Connection completed.
We are in Leon's computer. Okay. It's another dumb piece of trivia you can talk about at parties.
Okay.
The WMI module is pretty straightforward, similar to.
So WMI
Information gathering.
We're gonna be doing a
module
net scan.
initiated.
We did it. Uses Active Directory, their IT mainframe. No one, mainframe, okay, mainframe's a Hollywood thing. Mainframes aren't used anymore. It was an old style of server computer way back in the day. We don't use those anymore. They're not a real thing anymore.
Each network path you find with NetScan is run.
So we got a net scan again. And it said to dig on the IT mainframe. It might be in there as a joke. I don't know. IBM Watson.
Nice! You're doing very well, but I gotta say, this last stage may be a bit difficult. You'll now combine the information gathered via the WMI scanner with the
Find their mail server. Okay, so sfuzzer sunshadecorp.com time will do 30 seconds. M could be mail, but it also just could be their mobile site. There's their mail. Okay. So we did that. Says they're using the WMI scanner, find... Says to find the Sunshade Corp employee username. Okay. J. Valenti. Social Engineering Toolkit. Oh no. We're just doing a normal password attack. Okay. Mail.sunshadecorp.com. J. Valenti. It does seem that way, because I've like accessed like 8 different things just in like the past minute. I thought about doing the I'm in joke, but honestly, yeah, I think I just talked myself to death with. I put Valenti. It's Valenti. And it says to use John the Ripper.
Attack launched. Password successfully compromised.
His password is raccoon. Good to know. What a shit password. I have a feeling we've been making fun of people for their bad passwords a lot. Cool, we got that. Active Directory. Active Directory is a real thing. I'm gonna make these people be quiet so I can do more expository stuff. Active Directory is a thing that computer networks use. It's just the thing that like stores your username and password and other things like that. Net to Leon's computer, perform a net scan, and dig the Active Directory.
Network disconnected.
Leon.
Connection completed.
Let's do a net scan. You getting yelled at because your password's too long? That's stupid. I mean, it could be that their servers are stupid and don't know how to store a password that long, but that's still dumb. That's really dumb.
Great.
Active Directory.
Information gathering module initiated.
ERP Active Directory. Alright, so we're in the Active Directory. Pretty neat. That is pretty suspicious, and it makes me salty as someone who works in this field. So we found B chambers here. So we're going to do Active Directory, B chambers. Ready. Is it not B chambers? Oh, wait. No, they wanted ERP, IT, mainframe.
Target acquired.
And just at a low-level John the Ripper, so here we go.
Attack launched.
That is suspicious, Dracona. Don't use a website that tells you your password's too long. It's dumb as hell. I would be upset at that happening. Is this supposed to show us that password? Okay.
Successfully compromised.
Uncrackable. It's not. Certification granted. Man in the middle. Man in the middle is a very interesting thing. So it says we're going to connect to Dialogue. One. I got two, apparently. I think this one, probably.
Connection completed.
Man in the middle. Okay, that's this guy down here. Art poisoning. Scan for host. So, man in the middle is what it sounds like. You put yourself in between the traffic of two IP addresses and just listen. Oh, let's just use the URL snapper.
Network intrusion module initiated.
Okay.
Another way to deploy a man-in-the-middle attack is through LLMNR poisoning. It can intercept
encrypted passwords. Okay. So we need to hack into intranet.dialogue.net. Intranet. I guess we already have the subdomain. We're just gonna fingerprint it. Ah, dear, you've reminded me that I didn't set up pits. I knew I was forgetting something. God, everything was going so smoothly, and then you have to remind me that I'm fucking up. Can't believe you. How dare I, how dare you for reminding me that I'm a failure. One second. It's launching. It's launched. There you go. It is up now, and now you can do that thing you do where you can actually redeem it again. get your points back and actually throw a thing at me. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up how to hack Akamai, whatever that is. Ah. See? It worked that time. Content spoofing. Using the After Midnight rootkit. There we go.
Fox acid attack launched.
How are you, dear? How's your night going? Are you playing the new WoW expansion?
Fox acid attack successful. Connection completed.
What are you editing? Why would you do that? Change it back, fucker. God. Thank you, Draconic.
Network intrusion module initiated.
Oh, I said to save this to my notepad. Will this work on like my actual computer notepad? It will! That's cool. What's the finale?
The learning curve for the certification is rather steep, so grab your cleats and let's get climbing. We're going to combine 3 modules. The man in the...
Net to the intranet. I'm already in that. Christ above, what just happened? That was just like a... That was... I don't even know how to respond to that. That was just a loud noise. That was a really loud noise. God. Use a hash here. There we go.
Target acquired. Awaiting variables.
John the
to launch
Ripper.
attack.
Least one number, least one symbol. And it uses the NTLM.
Attack launched. Password successfully compromised.
I guess it shows how good this tutorial is that I kind of autopiloted through that. Air crack. Sounds like a Wi-Fi thing.
Okay, not
It's time to
Yep.
go wireless. Enough with all these tangled cables.
So
Information gathering module
use arrow dump. Yeah, but how's the new expansion, dear? I know it has something to do with dragons. Handshake. Oh, I can tab complete it. Very cool. Did they like there's like an actual flying mechanics? Because I know like the one time that I played WoW, the flying was just like you're on a roller coaster. Like it's cool, but you're on a set path. Okay. Support. Dialogue. Connect to the support.
Connection completed.
Arrow dump. Oh, I guess I did it.
When you triangulate...
That's interesting, Draconic. Like, I find genuine interest in this thing. I am glad you guys are here, even if it's just you two. I figured this game wouldn't be a super popular choice, but it was something I was interested in. And if I'm not having fun, it's not worth it. My cat is tearing shit out of my pantry. So we've got to open its key store and see what we can get between these two. Next week, I imagine, will be the more popular game because I'll be playing the brand new Callisto Protocol. Very fun game, horror game. I like horror games. Only specific kinds, though. I don't do good with ghosts. Okay, so... I see what's going on here. So we arrow dump here. And then we handshake these two MAC addresses. I actually would be interested in that, Draconic, just because, you know, I got into this job because I'm actually, like, I really enjoy it and I am passionate about it. And that's why I enjoy my field of work. It says he came in at 10 and left at 18. Did he come in at 11 on Thursday? He did, so that's gotta be him, right?
You're in.
Oh, so I can connect to the network via the
Connection
hotspot?
completed.
That's funny. I'm running up this guy's internet bill by connecting to his personal hotspot. And this is just easy. You just gotta do what that thing says. Temp 0451.dialog.net. Wasp. Netrusion. Oh. Exclamation mark netrusion. There we go. Wasp. Click here. Download me. Downloaded. I'm so cool.
Network disconnected.
News stream live.
You made it.
I'm gonna be your wingman in this real-life scenario, but outside some objectives...
Group of hackers is targeting a journalist named Laura Walker. We have to get to her before they do. Okay. Find an entry point. Get in. Just get in. Okay. I think I prefer using OSINT scan. Just because it seems to be faster. At least to my tiny monkey brain. My little plant monkey brain. Monkey neuron activation. Ooh. I'm just gonna do the last one in the list. Seems like the game would do that. Okay. Lifestyle. No. Sports. No. Okay. I guess we'll do an S fuzzer on it. Already did the CDN. Extranet. Okay, and now we search exploit SharePoint 2007 because that's what's out of date. And then we use Fox Acid. We choose TCP IP, use a custom SOAP request, whatever that means, after midnight, and I should be able to just, yep, there we go.
Fox acid attack launched.
Hacker
Fox
voice,
acid
I'm in.
attack. Connection completed.
Says to scan the network. Dig SRV admin employee registry, because we need to find stuff about the employees. Cool. Chris Hansen, isn't it the guy that finds pedophiles on TV? Like, that's his job. Fox Acid is a cool name.
Wow, you're doing great. I'm looking at the evidence you just found. She shares the same company vehicle records as the cameraman, and it's been checked out a half hour ago. I think we got a serious lead here. Let me activate some of Ottawa City's data infrastructure in XKeyscore so you can investigate further. Look at the service entities and see if one of them can help us out.
It sounds interesting, Draconic. I'll definitely give it a read after the stream. I'm gonna write down those coordinates. 45.3210 and negative 75.8333. And we gotta find them. 45.3210, negative 75.8333. Going to Ottawa, Kansas, Ottawa, Canada. Oh God, what was the license plate? I forget. God, I forgot the license plate. Just do this again. NSL01. NSL01. Okay. Go back in this thing. NSL01.
Smart billboards. That's gonna be fun. Gotta say, unsecured civilian technology is an invaluable asset. You don't follow, eh? Let me explain. You know the big billboards everywhere in a city? Well, these advertising people use technology to know how efficient they are. Each of them are configured with short-range scanners that looks for cell phone Wi-Fi signatures. You should know this already, but your cell phone is constantly looking for known Wi-Fi so it can automatically connect you. That's why you can walk in your home and don't have to manually activate your Wi-Fi. Well, these billboards are listening to the specific network activity from your cell phone. Since all cell phones carry a unique signature, they can know how many unique devices...
I do agree with you, Draconic. You have to write down... I have an actual, like, notepad open on my side screen here.
Triumph Media Smart Billboard data feed, so we can track this real-time information. You already know the steps. Scan their network, investigate potential vulnerabilities, and deploy after midnight so we can get access to their internal network. Their main domain is triummedia.com. I won't hold your hand this time. It's time to show me what you learned.
Okay.
You see those billboards around the...
Great. triummedia.com, google.com, D1000. Advertising, like this is a real thing. Smart billboards do that. That's a real thing. That's why it's usually smart to... It's very smart to do things like turn off Bluetooth and Wi-Fi when you're not using them, just so people can't read you. Like, it sounds super... It sounds paranoid, but you should be a little paranoid around, you know, your personal data. Like, a little paranoia won't kill you. Don't be overly paranoid, I will say. Just, like, wiping yourself off the face of the earth. I mean, if you want to, you can. I won't stop you. I'm not a cop. I don't care what you do. But it makes a little less convenience for a little more security, exactly.
Activate the VPN and go back to our satellite feed.
Connection
Start the tracking
completed.
again. Hopefully they haven't left the area.
Yeah, getting rid of some convenience for security is a big thing. My laptop, the laptop I use for work, is just loaded with random security features. Like, I installed a Linux distribution that is just absolutely bare bones, doesn't have any software. Like, every bit of software that I've installed on that's been put on that laptop was put on there by me and vetted by me. Things like that. Sure, it makes things a lot more micromanaged, but that's kind of like how I like to do it. I'm not saying you should do this, but it just depends. Like, how much convenience are you willing to sacrifice for your personal security? Oh, so we just click the billboard.
Good job. What you see here is the downloaded data from the billboard. It shows all unique cell phone signatures detected at the exact moment she was in the area. That's a lot of data, and sadly it won't help us pinpoint her exact cell phone's unique identification. Let's hit the smart billboard a second time. Do you see where we're going with this?
I do see where we're going with this, Dylan.
Signature found in both locations. As you can see, we drastically narrowed the list. These duplicates are her and some of the cars following her. Hit it another time.
So I guess just gonna go over to this one right here. There's that time limit you were talking about, Draconic.
Job's done, mate. Just connect to that cell phone and see what you can find. I'll let you finish the report for Wheeler. It was nice working with you.
Yeah, that's also a big thing, is just like, you can be less paranoid about things that you don't really have anything on. I can turn her microphone on?
Why they make Chihuahua tuxedos?
What?
That's creepy. Turn that off. Yeah, that time limit, like, I didn't even, like, it started at, like, 3 minutes, and I got done with it when it was, like, at 2 minutes 20. So the time limit's there, but not super important, and it seems like I could just restart it at any time by redoing the thing. Yeah, I understand that completely, Draconic. With the, with the completion of the academy, I'm gonna take a short break, refill some water, very short break, like, just hit the bathroom and refill my water, because I don't think I'm gonna be going very long tonight, just because I know this game isn't super entertaining, but I wanted to stream it because I enjoy it, and I think number one thing you should do is things you enjoy. I'm not gonna play games I don't like just because they're popular on stream. But thankfully, a game that is coming out, Callisto Protocol, next later this week, I'll be playing next week, and that should be fairly popular. But I'll see you in about 5 minutes. You should also get some water, get up, stretch your legs. Be back in just a moment. And I'm back. Hello. It is fun to talk about these kinds of concepts, but I recognize it's not for everybody, just me nerding out on stream. So we'll do a bit of a shorter stream today, just because, you know, I like hanging out, but you do this to play with people. If not many people are interested, I don't want to mess with our numbers too much. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Story mode. Castle Ivy. Oh, and there's a little cinematic.
Military-grade malware was stolen from Nite Team 4 by as-of-yet unknown means. SAD believes Bureau 121 to be behind the leak, but they have no proof to back their claims. A similar leak of an NSA exploit in 2017 caused approximately $10 billion in damage. So we need to work fast to locate this malware and assess the scope of the leak. Traces of it have recently been detected in the field, and things could go from bad to worse at any moment.
Dramatic. Very cool. Man. No, I don't think I'll play something else. I think I will actually... I need to step out of the house to take care of something anyway. And might as well do it tonight. Won't be much of a loss. If Draconic really has questions... Oh, I'll let this...
the Turbine platform. This platform is an automated management and control system for a large and dynamic network of implants. When a malware is deployed, it's automatically registered as what we call a Turbine C2 card. C2 stands for Command and Control. It's basically a registry of backdoors we've secured to various networks. Each Turbine C2 card has its own operation ID and authorization code. Think of it as a Rolodex of covert access into a wide variety of networks. 4 hours ago, someone activated a piece of Nite Team 4 malware known as Blood Dove without a valid operation ID. The deployment was unauthorized and unrelated to any ongoing or sanctioned missions. Your mission objectives are: connect to the Castle Ivy Turbine C2 card, use the WMI scanner to locate any local share folders, use the password attack tools to gain access, locate the copy of our Blood Dove malware.
Oh wow, your first mission. This is exciting. Sergeant Wheeler's briefing was pretty straightforward, but if you have any issues with your file browser and password attack tools, you can always come back to the Academy and complete your digital forensics training. Good luck. Make me proud.
Alright. But yeah, like I was saying, if Draconic has questions, we can talk in Discord. You're always free to message me or ping me in Discord. We can talk about things. Even if they're boring to you, I'm willing to rant. I'm willing to ramble. I enjoy this subject a lot, but I know it's not a super... Oh, I realize on the stream you can't see my little side menu. I do have a little side menu here. You can see the little pop-out things. So let's bring up my notepad and get to work. We need to activate the Castle Ivy. So, Castle Ivy. Okay.
Connection completed.
Done. And it wants us to do a net scan on it. Find any... Oh, I guess the bracket didn't matter. Enlightenment. Okay. So we're going to use the password attack here for user enlightenment C $. Or enlightenment.
Target attack launched. Password successfully compromised.
BCC back to the moon. And it was for user enlightenment C*. So we will fire up file browser. User enlightenment C $, not star. Enlightenment BCC to the moon. Got some school stuff in here.
So, this script kiddie managed to infect themselves. That's pretty careless. Look at this list. There's a lot here, but all the malware is outdated. Some of them are at least 5 years old. Well, except uni74455.dll. No idea what that is. Never seen it before.
No porn folder this
Can you
time, it
download
seems.
so I can get a closer look.
Things just got a whole more complicated. The blood dev leak is bad news, but it looks like our arsenal wasn't the only one compromised. The main intelligence directorate of the Russian Federation, also known as GRU, confirmed UNI 74455.dll as one of their projects.
Oh, it's
Well,
Russian.
Not exactly confirmed, but I'll spare you the details. GRU agreed to help us on this case, and they've shared the identity of a suspect, Nathan Lightman. He's likely the owner of that computer you infiltrated. We've pulled his financial information, IDs, and records, and uploaded it to your X key score. Your mission objectives are: investigate Nathan Lightman's IDs and records and financial transactions, access...
Find his phone, break into his phone.
I've uploaded the Russian intel on Nathan Lightman to your X key score. Let's try to figure out his phone's MAC address so we can use the CID backdoor module to get in. Wonder if we'll find a phone call with Alexei Navalny or something that explains why GRU has all this information on Lightman already.
Pretty normal stuff, but we'll keep it up. And we gotta connect to his cell phone. There it is right there. Which looks to be C09030 F6 C2. Oh, not CC2. 7C. Now let's poke around here.
Well, no Progress Party membership card, but that's a Monero wallet ID. However, I'm not sure about that node ID.
We'll add to see a case file so we can easily get in later. I know it's a long shot, but we'll just see if that website in there is vulnerable before I go and looking for another one.
Yeah, looks like a dead end. And we don't have a zero-day exploit for this technology either. Let's try something. Fire up your Hydra terminal. It's a multi-protocol command line interface you'll find in your network intrusion menu. Use the connect command to see if we can interface with this endpoint.
Oh, excuse me.
Information gathering module initiated.
Ah, dang it. I disconnected. Good thing I saved it. A771-091C. Hi, Podyeth. Bye, Podyeth.
CryptNet network? never heard of it before. But that's clearly where the trade took place. Last transaction shows a deal with a user who goes by Dr. Ripper.
Ah, God. Thank you, Podeth. Appreciate you.
The network you found, CryptNet, is a trading hub for malware, stolen credit cards, and other illicit virtual goods.
Okay.
It uses the cryptocurrency Monero, an open source blockchain based on the CryptoNote protocol that uses an obfuscated public ledger, meaning it's almost impossible to trace. Since following the money won't work, we'll need to pursue other options to flush out our target. Look in CryptNet for potential trades we could initiate with Dr. Ripper. Dylan has uploaded a series of infected intel into your local host that you can use. These compromised payloads will help us get our foot in his network. But don't worry, it's all been carefully vetted, so nothing you leak will impact the Five Eyes. Your mission objectives are: identify the file we need.
Okay.
I've loaded a set of infected intel onto your local host. To access it, simply fire up your file browser using localhost as the URL. Once there, click the file you want to activate for the trade. It's all pretty juicy stuff, and may ruin some careers or reshuffle military budgets, but don't worry, none of it will have any real impact.
Okay. Home. Nite Team 4 documents intel. Okay. What does he want? I will admit, a lot of the stuff that's me making it look easy is just my general familiarity with computers and, like, the concepts that it's introducing, so it's pretty easy for me to grasp. Not to say that other people wouldn't find this. I think the tutorial is really good. I think it would be good, and I do recommend this game. I'm having fun. So Moscow doesn't have that. Northrop Grumman weapon blueprints. Northrop Grumman. I have no idea. I want to say that's an American company, but I don't think we'll have that. Let's try this Chinese embassy password.
Good job. Now, wait a little for Dr. Ripper to inspect the package and complete the transaction. As soon as his network is infected, a Turbine C2 card will be automatically registered to your Stinger OS.
Is this
Well, that was faster than expected. Let's hurry up. Connect
is
to the
it is
network
this
and
high
launch your
stage
man in the
stuff,
middle
but
interface.
like
It's the second icon at the bottom of your screen.
Connection completed.
it's hard to explain. Like this stuff just
We're dealing
it
with
makes
local
sense to
networks,
me.
so
These
it
are
should be
these
quite
are
straightforward.
concepts I study for
Use
work.
ARP poisoning to put yourself between the computer and the router so we can intercept the network traffic.
See, like to me that was unnecessary. Because, you know, I study this. This is my field of study. Like, Reed has her thing with history. Deer's really good at art. This is what I'm good at. It's not often I get to show this off. Uh, 1.1 is a router. 1.1 is always a router because it's the beginning of an IP set. But it's hard to explain that without going into very complex stuff that's very, very boring. Let's try this.
Good job. Now, let's spy
Okay.
on the network traffic. Launch the URL snapper module. I'll patch in so I can analyze the data on my station as well.
Yeah, I guess so. In a cyberpunk thing, you know, like I don't know if you played Cyberpunk 2077, but I guess I'd be the net runner. You know what I mean? Like, just this is what I do. I don't hack for work. I will. My job is to prevent that stuff. Usually, I also work in basic IT whenever I'm not doing that stuff. I don't mean to make myself sound cool. It's honestly, from the outside in, it's a very boring profession. But like hacking is boring.
Oh,
If you look at
nice.
real
A smart
hacking,
house
it's
system.
boring.
We could definitely use that to get a more precise location than from what the IP would. Whoa, what the? Hold on. That's a level 3 key fob request. And it's ours. Get out! Get out! Get out! Close the connection! Close everything now! Right now!
Network disconnected.
I gotta say, the voice acting for that specific part is very good. I like it.
What I am about to say is beyond confidential. There will be no paperwork for this mission. You understand me? We have got a very delicate situation and we need to act fast. What you see here is our drone view of West End, in the borough of Charlottenburg-Wilmersdorf, Berlin. Somewhere in this area there is an LVL-3 Nite Team 4 USB key fob. These devices are packed with military-grade 256-bit encryption code. When attached to a computer or other electronic appliance, these protection devices unlock software functionality or enable access to highly secure content. The German Federal Intelligence Service knows of our ongoing operation.
I'm not
in
even gonna try to
digital
pronounce
space.
that.
There is a lot of confusion here, and LVL-3 key fobs are classified at the highest level. I'll have time to go into details later, but right now, we don't want it to fall into enemy hands. And to be blunt, we'd rather not have our allies discover its existence either. Bureaucracy will get in the way long before we can get to the exact location of the device, or contact trusted local assets to get on location. While we're still evaluating our options, you will need to be proactive. Deploy our drone and see if you can use your access to the smart house to help us get a head start here. Dylan will be on hand for the full operation. Act fast and with intention. This needs to be dealt with as quickly and quietly as possible. Your mission objectives are: deploy our MQ-1 heat cam.
Wait, I can just deploy an attack
No
drone?
time to waste. Let's get the drone in position and ready to engage. I'm passing the command to your terminal. Location is 52 latitude, 13 longitude. Activate the heat cam and arm weapons when you're in. Hopefully it won't come to that, but we need to be ready to strike immediately. if
Okay,
it
they
does.
just gave me access to an armed drone.
Activate the Turbine C2 card and get back into Dr. Ripper's network. Do you remember how to use your man in the middle interface? With the help of your Hydra terminal, you should be able to get a connection to the smart house system.
Okay, so we gotta get back into Dr. Ripper's network.
Connection completed.
Man in the middle was element LLMNR. No, it was ARP. It was ARP. You have an attack drone of sorts also? Oh, god damn it. I walked into that. I already have it up. Okay, so we gotta go into our Hydra terminal. Connect. Christ above. Thank you, dear. System. House.systems? Okay. This is why you shouldn't have a smart house, kids. House 107. .d. Is it Friedel? Friedel. Dan Friedel. What can I do? I have a heat map. I have a heat map over the area. What can I do? Can I just preheat his barbecue? This is really dumb. This is I guess it would work in a real life scenario, I guess. But this is dumb. It's funny. But I'm using the barbecue on his patio to get it hot enough to spot on a heat map from an armed drone. Linus Tech Tips is very fun to watch. I would never own a smart house for this specific reason.
I'm registering a localized heat variation. Was that you? Check it out in the drone feed.
120C. So, 150. Can I? There's a few hot things here. Is there any... Oh, I didn't aim a drone.
You preheated the barbecue? Sneaky! But you did it! We got the location. I'm patching you to Wheeler now.
The Germans are about to get their hands on a level 3 NT4 key fob. This will give them access to a militarized zero-day exploit. Stuff way above our pay grade. Your guess is as good as mine as to what this can compromise. Power grids, first responders, banking systems, water treatment, you name it. We've been authorized to take any and all necessary steps to avoid this, but deniability will not cover us this time. Whatever action we take, we will have to deal with the consequences directly. You have control of the drone, and I've been ordered not to interfere. From here, the choice is yours. Agent Dillon and I will stand by you regardless of the outcome, but act quickly. The Germans will be on site any moment.
Oh, okay. So we can strike the target. So we can blow up the house to prevent them from getting the key fob. We can strike the target and shoot the Germans. Because fuck them, I guess. Or we can just move the drone away, which will make the United States very upset at us, and possibly our team. I think we're a United States thing. What do you think we should do, Draconic? I think just strike the target would be the thing to do. I don't want to shoot the German authorities with a fucking drone. And I don't want the government to be mad at me. That's a fun noise. You say? Are you saying just shoot the Germans too? Is that what you're saying? Why are you like this? What did the Germans ever do to you? These poor German dudes are just on their way to pick up this key fob. And... Stop! Okay, dear, what do you think? Should we just hit the house, shoot the German cops too, or move the drone away? Let's hear Deer's opinion. Because Draconic just says we should just shoot the Germans with a drone. Am I supposed to interpret this? I'm not good at this. You know I'm not good at this, Deer. Come on, give me something. Give me something with substance. Dear, I don't know what that means, dear. Okay, dear. I'm gonna make you spend more of your channel points. Just throw a little bit to just strike the target. Throw a lot to shoot the Germans. Okay, dear says just the target. Says, but you know what? I'll ask my partner. Hey, should I shoot the Germans with a drone or not? Yeah. Okay, partner says we're shooting the Germans, so I guess that's what we're doing. Because fuck them, that's why.
Agent Colby reporting. drone operations. Confirming PID of Oyster. Weapon is armed. Target locked. 3, 2, 1. Rifle, rifle, rifle. Weapons away.
Okay, rifle is real.
Well, I did not expect that. I have to hand it to you. Now the key fob is the least of our problems.
Oh, the Germans are gonna be pissed at us now. Holy shit. And that's the mission completed. We did it! We did it! Yay! The Germans hate us because we shot their authorities with a drone strike. Isn't that fun? The XP! Sure, I'll think of the XP as these men lay dying in the streets, Draconic. Thank you for your bloodlust. I appreciate you. I hope you know this. So, most people just strike the target. Some strike the target and the Germans. And even less send the drone away. Only die and shoot them again? No! God! Holy shit! That was... I gotta process this. Sorry, I feel like this is the thing that, like, rocked me here. that wasn't even an option that they gave me. But, like I said, I got some things to do before the streets freeze over tonight, because it is snowing here. And, it was fun hanging out with you, Draconic. I appreciate you stopping by. Sorry, I'm still getting over the drone strike. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Draconic. Be sure to come in tomorrow when we're playing some more Deep Rock tomorrow. Thank you for convincing me to blow up some dudes. Playing Deep Rock tomorrow. Got art on Sunday. I think... Oh, god damn it. What the hell just happened? I think that was Deer redeeming all of those things again. Thank you, Deer. I don't think I'm going to send a raid, because, like I said, it's just been me and Draconic hanging out with the occasional gunshot from Deer. And I don't think a raid of 2 people is super exciting for anyone to receive. But I do encourage you, Draconic and Deer, if you want to go hang out with someone, go hang out with us. Just hang out with a small VTuber, I think. Like, I think they would really appreciate having another chatter hanging out. I recommend maybe Maizona, Maizona. She's fun. You'll do what, Dear? Oh, okay. I guess we're just raiding them with 3 people. Screw it. Have a good one. Send the love, yes, send the love. Have a good one, everyone. I don't have a send raid button, so it's up to you, Dear. I did say my byes. I already gave all the announcements, and I said my goodbyes, and I told Draconic to come back tomorrow when we're playing Deep Rock, and we got art on Sunday, and we're playing Sea of Thieves next week. I said all those things. Good night, Draconic. I love you. Be good. Rock and Stone tomorrow. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I can put us on the ending stream. Bye. I love you all.